Alright, greetings all. Thank you for returning to my channel. I'm Professor Noonie. Allow me to welcome you back to the Fight Night Champion Custom Boxers Tournament. We are continuing on with the third fight of the first round. That's going to be between the Hawk, and Carl Winslow, of all people. I think this is just hilarious. Quite a mismatch, but it would be even more hilarious if Carl Winslow pulls this off. I'm not entirely sure. So what I'm going to do is show you the bracket right now. If you have not watched the previous video, I recommend you stop here, go and watch it, because it will spoil the result of the previous fight. The previous fight being Spawn versus Ivan Drago. And that is in the first round, fight 2. So here we go. I assume if you're still here, you already watched the fight and you just would like to see the bracket. So here we are. We have the Hawk versus Carl Winslow. I'm not entirely sure who is going to win this fight, but whomever it may be, I think that they will probably have a good chance of moving probably to semifinals at least. I have a feeling Spawn is going to beat George Bush, but we are quite far away from that fight taking place. We still have plenty of first round fights to get through. So, without really further ado, let us get right into this fight. We have the Hawk versus Carl Winslow, as previously stated. So I wonder who's actually going to win. Will it be the tank throwing Green Machine, or the noble defender of Nakatomi Plaza? And the neighbor of Seaverkle. Also, one other thing I wanted to mention is I highly recommend that you don't go to the actual tournament bracket. It's best to actually look at the bracket through these videos, because there may be a time where you come through, you actually get to the bracket when the video is already uploaded and the fight already took place, but it hasn't been published yet. Or you may have watched, this may be, you know, years or months from now that you're watching these, and if you go to the tournament bracket, all of the results will be there already, and there won't be really any sense of suspense. But moving past that, let us call this fight. So far, Carl Winslow does not appear to be intimidated by the giant mass of a man, the Hawk, if you can even call him that. Although Carl did just get a nice left hook in, and a good straight. He is nice. He is really good with that Philly shell defense. He's blocking these shots, and then he's getting his own in. He needs to get within range, though. He's miscalculating. Hawk, on the other hand, is not really intimidated himself, and why would he be? Look at the size of this monster. Eats a left uppercut, misses with the right hook, as Carl is quite short and is able to duck underneath him, but he eats a left hook there and follows up with the left uppercut of his own. Runs right into a right hook. There doesn't appear to be any kind of leaning, evading, dodging, sidestepping. They are just right in each other's faces. Inside fighters. They do not care. Although Hawk did back up a little bit there. Back up to the ropes. Ooh, that hit did take a lot of stamina. Took the wind out of the Hawk. He's trying to keep him away with jabs and left hooks. Looks like Carl's doing well with that Philly shell defense that he has. If that's even the Philly shell, that might be the cross. Some kind of cross defense. Oh, and he eats a right hook at the end of the round. Lucky him. Or rather, a right straight. And that did stun him. Hawk did lose that round, according to his trainer.
Stay away from that power hand, okay? Keep circling away from that power hand. I need you to keep moving side to side.
So, Hawk's trainer telling him he's losing the fight, he needs to get in there. Carl's trainer telling him to move around, and I kind of agree with that, as he is just squaring up against Hawk, not giving any space to his opponent, nor his opponent giving him any. Although Hawk is really tiring himself out this round, pretty early too. If he's not careful, he could find himself very weary and not take much for him to be knocked down. Misses with the right hook. That may have done devastating damage if it connected. Carl hitting him with the right uppercut didn't do a whole lot of damage. Tries to leap in with the left and gets hit with the left of Hawk's uppercut. Spacing himself out, backing up, moving around like his trainer told him. He has Hawk on the ropes, quite surprising. It appears that Winslow is kind of an intelligent fighter here. This would have served Ivan Drago well in the previous fight had he listened to his trainer. Carl backing up a little bit, realizing the Hawk was not completely out of breath, I should say. Ooh, leans right into a right punch, but he just takes it. It doesn't appear to be a power punch. Eats a left hook, but able to push Hawk away. Eats another left hook, still not phased. Blocking, hits him with the right straight, stuns the Hawk, has him trapped in the corner. It would be best to throw as many flurries as he can. Hawk recovers. Hawk doesn't appear to be blocking that much. Sort of counters with the left hook. Carl keeping him in that corner. Hawk doesn't appear to be able to get out. And I believe, without a doubt, Carl Winslow took that match. Excuse me, that round.
Holy shit, you are in control of this fight, man. Don't get careless out there, right? Just keep boxing smart. Gotta give me the double jab. Relax, okay, you're all okay. Now keep your hands up. Keep them up. Don't you put your hands down. Let's keep them up, all right?
Carl Winslow's trainer telling him you're in control of the fight, keep doing what you're doing. Hawk's trainer telling him to get your hands up to block. And I have to agree with that sentiment. Hawk is not doing a whole lot of blocking, he's just doing a whole lot of swinging. And he's tiring himself out, and Carl is sort of capitalizing on it. It appears that when Carl takes hits, he does back off a little bit to recover. Hawk, on the other hand, does not do that. He just keeps moving forward, showing his dominance. He is not afraid. A very hard left uppercut by Carl does a ton of damage to Hawk. Not following up with a whole lot, as he is. That must have taken a lot out of him because his stamina is quite low. Hawk seems to recover fine. And they're right back at each other. Carl is doing an excellent job cutting off the ring, not letting the Hawk out of the corner. Hit him with the right hook, took a ton of health away from him. Trying to get in there, it appears that Hawk is now blocking once he realizes the tables are turned against him. If they were even turned on Winslow in the first place. Trying to go for, and misses with the left uppercut. Hawk catches, and that's the end of the fight. The ref stops it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I thought that was gonna continue far more rounds than what was given. Carl goes for a left uppercut, completely misses. Hawk capitalizes with a straight right counterpunch and lays Carl Winslow out. We need to see that from many, many angles. Carl never stood a chance as far as trying to recover, blocking, evading, leaning out of there. Unbelievable. Completely misses with that left uppercut. Tried to go for the Hail Mary shot, and he paid for it dearly. He has been knocked out. The ref stopped the fight on the first knockdown. I cannot believe that just happened. The Hawk was getting laid into, stuck in the corner, couldn't get himself out. Winslow winning both rounds there, as we can see on the judges' scorecards. Not letting Hawk out of the corner, able to cut the ring off. Was very smart in his defense. We would take a couple hits, back up if they did quite a bit of damage, and would come back once he's recovered. Hawk, on the other hand, would not stop. No matter how much damage he was taking, he would continue to move forward. He would not let Carl Winslow take control of the fight, or at least show him that he was in any way intimidated. As a result of that, it looked like Carl was feeling himself a little bit, thought that he had the fight in the bag, considering the amount of damage that he was dealing with Hawk. Went in there just a little bit too excited, went for that left uppercut, completely missed, and Hawk was there with that beautiful straight right. Nobody saw it coming, especially Carl, and as a result, Carl Winslow has been knocked out of the tournament, I may say. So because of that, let us go to the bracket. We will mark this down for Carl Winslow, for the Hawk, as he is the one who took the victory over Carl Winslow. This was an incredible fight. As short as it was completely unexpected, the result that is. I'm quite satisfied with that. Quick fight. I really thought Carl had his chance with his defensive style that he was playing, stick and move, backing up, but still keeping coming forward, not letting the Hawk push him back. But at the same time, once he got a little too excited, he thought he had the fight in the bag, and he simply didn't. He was knocked out, and as a result, knocked out of the tournament. What an incredible fight. I'm so excited to get through the rest. Next up, you'll see we have Hulk Hogan versus Headhunter. I don't believe anybody has seen this person's face yet. It is quite horrifying, but you will see that in the next video. And again, to emphasize, I very much recommend that you do not go to this tournament bracket at all until you've watched every single video, because there might be a point right now where you could be watching this video and meanwhile 3 fights have already happened and the video has not yet been made public. So it's best that you stay away from the bracket, otherwise you will ruin it for yourself. Nevertheless, I very much appreciate you guys being on board with me, whoever you may be watching this, and whenever you may be watching this. I'm just really excited for these kinds of fights. That was so shocking, and it was just, I really thought Carl was going to be able to get up, but the ref stopped the fight. Incredible fight. I'm going to end it there. Thank you all to those who came to check out my video for watching my video. I appreciate all the views, notoriety I can get. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and as always, take care, and God bless.